welcome to The Loop, brought to you by Rack the Planet, Random Acts of Kindness, and Move Boots. Thanks for sitting down with us. I love seeing you here.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah. Tell us about Immaculate Room.
Immaculate Room. It is a story about a couple that gets to take place in kind of a psychological test or experiment. And so they get offered $5 million if they can stay in a room for 50 days, which seems, I think, at first easy, and everyone's like, I could totally do that. But they start out their journey, and as time progresses, you start seeing how difficult it is when you are forced to sit with your thoughts and sit with yourself and have no distractions and nothing to stop you from having to kind of deal with these things, with these issues head on. And then I come in as a character named Simone about midway through to kind of disrupt things. I think she's a bit of a disruptor. And I kind of come in and shake things up and kind of accelerate a lot of the insecurities that either Kate or Mikey may have. And, you know, my character is very much, I don't think she's nefarious, but she is kind of here for a good time.
There's a whole scene of myself and you and Ashley.
Yeah, the ecstasy scene had all these crazy camera ideas
And the music.
Like, stare at your hand.
Yeah.
I was like,
stare at each other.
Yeah.
Like we were just it was so fun. So you are a Mammoth Film Festival veteran.
Yes.
How does it feel to be here for year 4?
It's amazing. It's so, I mean, each year I come back and you see that there's progression and you see that there's more excitement, and hearing people that are not in my immediate circle talk about the festival has been really exciting this year, because that's not something I've really experienced until now.
Immaculate Room is a very small, particular movie. And so I think it's actually really cool that it was at Mammoth, because Mammoth is still growing, it's still gaining size as a festival. So it felt like a really nice pairing.
This is the first time the three of us have seen it in a theater with a crowd who is there for this movie. And they were so engaged. They were talking the entire time in a good way. You know, whispering, asking questions, thinking about the question that Mukunda presents in this social experiment. And I just think that we were just delighted with even the questions afterwards, and the ability for us to hear from the actors after.
Yeah, and to see the actors get the audience response. You know, they gave themselves at that movie. It's pretty raw, and I mean, Kate was pretty open there, and it's kind of intense. And then they got a lot of love back from the audience, so I was happy for them, you know.
It's very clear that this festival was created for the artist and for people who love cinema, and to really provide a space for people to come when they create something and they're not necessarily a part of the big studio film, or they don't have, I guess, all of the biggest names attached, but you have true talent and really incredible stories. And so it's been amazing to see it kind of year after year be this space where people can come and showcase what they've done and what they put their heart into.
You can't make this kind of movie in a studio format. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can, but I think that this is really just allowing for, you know, a creative to express. This movie, from script to movie, is the most literal translation I've ever seen in a film, because it can exist like that. We shot it chronologically. We shot it in one space. So the script, the movie is the script, you know. Whereas a lot of films in the edit, they change all around, scenes get flipped, days get flipped, everything happens, you know. So for that, I think it was a success. You can't make this kind of movie in a studio format. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you can, but I think that this is really just allowing for, you know, a creative to express. This movie, from script to movie, is the most literal translation I've ever seen in a film, because it can exist like that. We shot it chronologically. We shot it in one space. So the script, the movie is the script, you know. Whereas a lot of films in the edit, they change all around, scenes get flipped, days get flipped, everything happens, you know.
Do you think you could survive?
Oh, I could definitely do 50 days, yeah, for sure.
I don't think so. Like I watched it for the first time, and as they walked into the room, I was like, oh no, that's horrible. Like I don't know. I guess if I like really practiced meditation before, but I'm a person whose brain does not stop or shut off. And like if I meditate, it's for like 5 minutes. And so I think I would have a little bit of trouble. My husband and I love each other very much, but I think after you're in there for like 20 days, it's just like, there's nothing to do. You can't even read books.
Would you walk out with the $5 million?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I've done periods of like nothing, and you just have to lean into it.
I'm Katie Leclerc, and that's The Loop.